Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks. And in this episode, we're going to install these ground throws. All right, I got 3 of them that need to be installed. These pads were already glued down because I was off camera fiddling around. These 2 are already installed. So I'm going to show you what I did. All right, this is the switch we're going to start with. There's a couple of steps to doing this. So what you want is about an inch, 3/4 of an inch. All right. Line it up. Take the offending ground throw. Drop them in place. All right, so that's we have more than enough. All right, so really simple. If you saw the destruction, the first layout, you'd see that a couple of these pads I had on here, I actually painted them up concrete looking. It came out looking pretty cool. So, I mean, that's how simple that is. All right, there's nothing fancy about that. So, what I like to do, because I'm gluing plastic that doesn't really like to get glued down, is I'll take a little thick crazy glue. All right, now some of you may know that these Caboose hobbies, these end scales have a little two pieces to it. That's fine. All right. So what I got here is I got medium spikes from Micro Engineering. I actually prefer these, and these are good for end scale track and HO track. All right, but what they're really good for is holding this turnout into position where you want it. And I really need that. I really need the turnout locked in place. Okay. So that's what we use these small ones for. The big ones come in later. All right. So what I like to do is, because I'm gluing plastic, the cork, and this plastic doesn't really like to glue down to anything, to take a little bit of this thick CA, smear it in there. All right. Make a little pad. Let's soak in for a second. And I come and I scrape it off. Scrape most of it off. And then, because I'm an impatient fellow, I give a little shot of the accelerator. All right, so that's just going to dry out. All right. It's like a cooking show. All right, so this one was already down. As you know, a lot of stuff was reused. Actually, I didn't reuse as much stuff as I planned to, because I just didn't like the way it was coming out. So if you throw these switches, these are sprung switches. So what they mean by sprung is there's actually a little spring in there, so you can get good tension on there. I like those over the other ones because they're a little more forgiving. So since this is locked in place and this switch is down, you want to come back just a little bit so it comes out of position. All right, so it breaks its hold a little bit, and then that's what you want to do with it. You want to put it in that way. All right, so when the glue sets, it's tight in place, and then you have just a little bit more crank on it to load up that spring. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. I use the thick for this, though it takes a little bit longer to dry. And basically, what you're gluing down is you're gluing down that little bottom plate. Let that set up. All right, guys, so we're gonna let this set up and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. So I got a really small drill bit here, got a little pair of Leonose pliers, and I have these. And sitting right here, I have a set of Micro Engineering large spikes. They recommend these for spiking G-gauge rail. They work really good for what we're going to use it for. I've used these little ones. I've used these HO ones. Look at the size of them. Those are the medium, those are the large. For some reason, I feel like there should be those should be extra large. But I've used these before to spike these down, but I'm not really that happy with it. Now these, on the other hand, these you gotta really shove in there. They're actually at the perfect height right there to stop the bar. But I don't like that. I want, if you can look, you can see how these springs work. See that? Man, it's spring loaded, so it takes it off. But what I prefer is, since that's in there now, take this little drill bit and I drill into the plywood. Once this is in, it's in. Could probably go a little bit deeper, but I think we're gonna be fine with that. All right, I'll do the same for this side. There we go. Now that is absolutely secured in there. It ain't going anywhere. If I have to, I can pop that pin. Those two pins can come out. This will come off and the base will still be in the spot where it needs to be. All right, guys. So I'm just going to time-lapse me doing these other two. And that'll be the end of this video.
If I make it back home, I'm just stuck here in a dream. At the bottom of the ocean, I'm at the bottom of the sea.
All right, guys, thanks for watching Jack on Tracks. I'm hoping you guys are liking this series. I'm hoping these videos are shorter than some of them I've been doing. I know this whole series is going to be shorter altogether because we're almost done. There's going to be no buildings to be built because you saw them, they're all built. The scenery is going to be coming like 2 videos from now, hopefully. We're going to do wiring and legs, hopefully, in the next video. And I'm going to do something. I was going to have the legs fold in. I'm kind of scrapping that idea. I'm going to arrange these the L girders, in a fashion where they can be folded in when they're put away. And when does come off, and they'll get bolted back down, but into the actual base itself. And I'm going to try to get it so the backdrop is held down too in that whole thing. So we're going to figure that out. And then, then we'll start with the scenery. It's going to be down and dirty. We're going to do it really quick. And I'm going to spray the tracks, rail brown. And it's going to stay that way for a little bit. And we're just going to get the base scenery around the outsides. Dirt. We're going to throw down the real dirt again, but I think that really came out. That really popped the HO module. But we'll see what it does in N scale. All right, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Really hit that little thumbs up button for me. It helps out. And hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me that you guys are liking me enough to come back. And